Hello, everybody, and welcome back for another week of Blood Bowl. This is our final week of regular season games. After this, it is time for playoffs, time where the games really matter. So we're going to jump into this today without much preamble here, because after all the games are played tonight, I'm going to go ahead and stay on stream, get everything calculated as far as the standings go, and then we're going to take a look at the bracket for the playoffs starting next week. The first round of playoffs will be single elimination, and only the first and second seeds will be able to jump right into the best of threes, into those quarterfinal games. So with that said, there we go. Didn't want to share the game for a second. With that said, real quick, we'll go over our schedule for today. We've got the Grenade Get Stompas taking on Gouda Game. The Brazen Bulls against the Mr. Meeseeks. We'll have the Pointy-Eared Bandits against Rathus Raiders. Knickknacks versus Pappy's Nurglings. The Continental Crushers versus the Midnight Maulers. The Bone Malones versus the Mythics. And finally, we'll be ending off our regular season games with 9-inch Males versus the Petit Loire. So let's just jump right on in. Another reminder as we're getting the game set up here. This is also the last week where we'll be calculating SPP gains and level ups. So after this point, the state of your team going into playoffs. That is the state of your team for the rest of your season, whether you're out in round one or you take it all the way to the finals. The only thing we're going to be tracking besides just general stats is going to be deaths. If a player dies in playoffs, they will be removed. But injuries, we're just going to hand wave and say that they're back for the next game, even during a game series. So that is how that is going to work. And when it comes to tie games, we will reset and drop the timer down and play a shorter game to determine an actual winner. Unfortunately, we can't go any lower than 5 minutes, so 2.5 minute halves for those tiebreakers. Let's see. Where do we want to go for the final week here? Let's go here. We haven't gone to the Evil Stadium in a while. Why not? All right, it's the Grenade Get Stompas versus DGG versus GG. We'll see who the better GG is right now. It's an important game for the Grenade Get Stompas. If they can get a win here and hope that the Pointy-Eared Bandits lose, they can take that first seed place. Or at least they can try to guarantee themselves their second seed place. This is a very important game for the Orcs here. Fortunately, Gouda Game will be going to single eliminations no matter what happens this game. Well, actually, if they manage to win and everybody else above them manages to lose, it actually could shake things up a little bit, but we'll see. It's going to be the Orcs on defense first. And Maz is going to get it after a little bit of a pitch invasion there. Seems to have affected the Rats most, unfortunately. Morgar Tearbrains is on top of the ball carrier. Chuck of the Troll coming in hot. Gouda coming in to support. Maz getting some space. Probably needs to just take the ball and run, frankly. At least he's getting some support. You got players coming back. He's getting some lucky pushes. Maz, I think, does have the Blodge combo, so he is difficult to deal with. Morg looking to break 100 SPP on the season, and with this touchdown, he could do it, and he got it. We're starting strong with a defensive touchdown here. Relatively short kick, bounces right over to Gorg. Oh, Grease badly hurt from chucking a troll. This game's gonna make me want a big move. It's funny, I had a burger for lunch today, so it's pretty good. Kind of hit the spot. And God, immediately Mortar Chairbrains has the ball. Control is very stupid. Mortar Chairbrains has got some room. He's going for it, but Kree is going to stop him. Morg is coming in for support. No, he doubles back. Going to stop Caught from getting in there to support. Oh, and he gets pushed. That's a touchdown for the Orcs again. Yeah, next year I gotta look into replacing those textures. Just coming up with, like, funny things to replace them with. I'm pretty sure they're just, like, image files. Maybe you get sponsored by AT&T. I doubt I'd get sponsored by anything, to be honest, but that would be pretty cool. Jack is in the mix, being used to block as Gord kind of goes out and around. Gord just getting flooded by greenskins. Somehow it feels like the rats are getting outnumbered. I don't know. Rico going for the ball. He's got it. He's got a lot of orc in front of him to go through. Looks like Morg was injured there. Maybe use the apothecary to keep him in the game. Rico went all the way around, chucking a troll coming out of his really stupid just in time. Stop him. He knows he wants to throw it. And man, it would be really nice for them to throw it. They've got the agility to catch it, too. It'd be really nice for Jack to actually fucking do something. I don't know what it is about the AI that wants to play the big guys back, but like Chuck and Troll is just going straight in every time. He's always been involved. I don't know why Jack is being held back. Well, kind of in the middle of a mosh pit, Morgula finally manages to scoop it up. Got about a minute left in this first half. Rats desperately trying to prevent another touchdown here. Let's get some room. He's running, getting caught by the Black Orc though. Morg, the team captain as well. Yeah, I bet he does. Oh, he does get a... Interesting. He does get a pass, which, like, flies past Gorg and then bounces right back to him. That was kind of cool. Oh, and the Blodge comboed right there at the end zone. That's unfortunate. Kanguda changed things. Jack is in enemy territory. We've never seen this from him. Unprecedented, and he's immediately getting punched up. Okay, cool. Swiss now with the ball. He's going around. There's no one to stop him. There we go. Skaven touchdown from offense, although it's kind of a long drive. Bringing it within 1 point. It was a pretty sick throw, honestly, that they did. Like, even though he didn't catch it, it bounced back to him, so it might as well have been a catch. They're starting to believe. Oh my god, I didn't see all the injuries. What the hell? No wonder it felt like the Skaven were just being, like, outnumbered. They are. Holy shit. Okay. Well, good thing for GG is that the injuries won't matter in the first rounds. We're going to heal everybody before playoffs, too. But it does make the rest of this game a bit difficult for them. Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't see a single one of those on the field. I got flashbanged by injuries. Five of them down. One gutter runner, one storm vermin, some line rats. Yeesh. Skaven now on defense, though. See how they handle themselves. Maybe their speed can come into play here. And this could definitely be the difference between the orcs getting a bye week or slumming it out with the rest of the single elimination round. Uh-oh. Ooh, I think if Gork may have grabbed that, that could have been touchdown number 2. Ori getting knocked out. A lot of rats on the ball carrier. This could be bad for the orcs. They have some support back there. Oh no, Gouda's hurt. Submar is just freaking injury machine over here. Morgar Terrabrains is hurt. Oh, that's a big loss for the orcs, actually. Submar is down with a knockout. Spikes the ball, managing to pick it up. Man, this game is like frenetic. A quick little handoff from Spikes the ball to Dribbles. Dribbles, are you the hero that we need today? Can Chaka the Troll come over and throw the teammate? Come on, I've seen the AI do it. I know it's possible. Morgan support. Oh, Dribbles goes down. It's going to be String picking it up. Un is down with an injury. Jack just playing backed off. Morg cornering String against the sideline. This could be bad, but he gets away and he makes some progress. String with a heroic run is gonna get past everyone and score a touchdown, making it a tie ball game. Uh-oh, this does not bode well for the orcs. One injury for the orcs. Oh my god. GZ, if your team manages to win this after being that hurt, like, that's incredible. It's going to be a short kick, but it stays right behind the line. The Skaven are going to get on it quick. Gorg punching out a Black Orc. String coming in, looking to make it 2 for the day. He's got the ball. He's making a run for it. Can the Orcs stop him? They take a bad pursuit angle and he gets a touchdown. Number 3. Gouda Game takes the lead. I feel like those last few games we haven't got like this version of the Skaven where they're just really aggressive and pushing their speed to the limits. That's the kind of spirit you want to see out of your team before you go into playoffs. String is definitely MVP, like player's choice MVP, but we'll see what the computer thinks. Down several players, but up by 1 point. A minute and 40 seconds left in the game. The Orcs need to put a point on the board here to tie. Tie will at least still give them a chance, but oh no. The Skaven. It's Jack with the ball. Are we going to see the rare Rat Ogre touchdown? Jack doing something for once. It's a touchdown. Has he gotten any other touchdowns this year? Hang on, let me look. That is his first touchdown of the season. This is really unfortunate for my team. But it's good entertainment, so we'll take it. Let's get checked. But no deaths, and that's really what matters right now. You can avoid dying, that's the best you can get. Air control was really stupid. Orcs now down 2. It's going to be very difficult for them to do anything. And Scrub Nash Gouge are going to be trying to move it up the field. Oh, Jack is probably going to eat dribbles there in a second. Really knocks him down. 50 seconds left. I think the Orcs know that there's not much of a chance for them to score, so they're just electing to punch it out. Rock track. Tries to scoop it up, manages to push it into the hands of Gorg while he's mid-fight. Got Gorg and Morg. Check out the troll coming over. There should be enough to put Gorg down. Oh, there he goes, and he is injured. Oh, and Morg pushes the ball out of bounds. Let's see where it ends up. Still in their territory. Oh, it's going to be Lori scooping it up. And Morg's like, can't stop him. Lori's going to take it to the house, making it a 3-point game with 12 seconds left. The nail in the coffin for sure. Oh, man. No room for injuries yet. It's pretty packed in there. Likes the ball, just holding it out. Trying to prevent at least another point on the board. At the very least, as we go into overtime. A definitive win for GG. And there we go. That's the end of the match. Putting an end to the Grin and Git Stompa's claim on the 2nd seed, I think. I think that's going to push them down into single elimination territory. Now watch this be round 1. round one matchup. That would be really bad for the Orcs. It was kind of unexpected. I mean, it was good. It was good. Week 13, game 1. Take a look at stats for the Orcs. Not much going on. Touchdown at a Morgue and touchdown at Morgue Terrabrains. 2 knockouts. Trucka to Troll 6 casualties on his own. He brought down half of the team by himself. Holy shit. That's the most I've seen in one game for sure. 6? God. The Troll out here doing work. MVP goes to Smiles the Stabba. Good for him. I don't even know if he saw any playing time. Yeah, kinda. Decent yards run. Yeah, just not fast enough for those rat boys. Week 14, game 1. Take a look at GG. Got a touchdown out of Jack, the rare. His first and only touchdown this season so far. 2 for String, 1 for Swiss. The MVP goes to Gouda. Not String, like it should have been. Nori with a touchdown as well. The 1 casualty goes to Burr. Yeah, just very fast. All it needed to be. Oh boy, all of these injuries. And on the Gurney Gets Up side, we've got the 1 for Mortar, Tearbrains. Even though really none of this matters, it's all going to get wiped away when we go into playoffs, so no worries there. In fact, I'm just going to skip over the injuries for every game. That'll save us a tiny little bit of time. Is there MVPs for the day? Is Miles Stava and Gouda. Okay. Wow. Oof. Devastating for the Orcs. All right. Next up, we got the Bulls versus Mr. Meeseeks. Corn versus Nurgle. This is a game I think should go the Bulls' way, but the Meeseeks have kind of surprised me lately. So we'll see how this goes. Just hop right on into it here. I do want to point out, though, that Rufus, for the season, 2 touchdowns, 1 kill, 17 casualties, 30 knockouts. 30 knockouts, I think, by far the most in the league. I think next up would be Lizard from Pappy's Nurglings, who has 15 casualties and 15 knockouts. So Rufus, most definitely the most dangerous player in the league, for sure. And Rufus is already on the pitch. That didn't take long. I kind of missed the kickoff, but I think it was the Bulls that kicked it off. Yeah, so they're on defense here, which is exactly where they want to be, typically speaking. Rufus versus the Beast of Nurgle. This time it's the Beast of Nurgle that goes down. Oh, but we got one of the pit fighters going down, getting injured. Rufus going down, getting knocked out. And then, was the Apothecary used on a knockout? Blood's going to keep him in the game and keep him on the field for this drive, so there's something. Oh no, another pit fighter cult is going down. They're already down 2 this week due to injuries from last week. Rufus has had a tough time staying on his feet this game, but the Bulls are making some progress. They're pushing into enemy territory, keeping the ball on that side of the field for sure. Doing what Korn does best and just fighting it out. Ball gets pushed around, nobody can end up with it. Zarkhan Pitmaster finally grabs it. It is just collapsed upon by a bunch of Meeseeks. Number 1 has it in hand. Ooh, the Beast of Nurgle got knocked out, but number 1's got some space. He's running. There's no one in front of him to stop him. And it's gonna be a touchdown for the Meeseeks. Putting Korn on the offensive now. Well, knocked out players who will not be going in, but they got some extras. Beast of Nurgle getting back in. Let's see how the Bulls can do on offense this time. Harry is able to pick up the ball immediately, and he's running. He's getting caught by number 14, 4, and 9. He needs some help. Oh, he manages to get around. Trying to go around the outside, Number 14 ends up with it, but Rufus is on top of him. Zoltan coming over to support. Ball goes out of bounds. Where does it end up? Meeseek's territory, actually. Mary might be able to get to it. And actually ends up with it, even though she wasn't going for it. It gets immediately slapped down. Okay. Be up to Rufus to actually pick up the ball here and score. A minute left in the first half. Rufus has the ball. I don't think Meeseeks anybody has strip ball. So they're actually going to have to knock him down. Oh, Rufus injuring another. Regenerates out of it. He's going. He's got some room. Touchdown, Rufus. Tie ball game. It's hard to stop. It's a deep kick to put the Meeseeks back on offense. Beast of Nurgle already going down to Rufus. Rufus on top of the ball carrier now. 30 seconds left in the first half. A lot of shoving. Need to knock him down and get the ball in their hands. 15 seconds left to score before the half. Oh no, another pit fighter cultist goes down to an injury. Ball is on the ground. Mary has it in her hands. We're going into overtime. Needs to get space and run. The Beast of Nurgle is involved now. Going to be difficult to get away. Oh, and she does. Getting around. Scoring a touchdown in overtime for the first half. They were all tied up together, and then you blink and miss it. Mary was gone, running around. Injuries are piling up for the Bulls, though. And of course, Nurgle is no injuries to be found. Trying to get away, trying to make some progress up the field. Keeps getting caught. Ooh, and goes down. Ball is on the ground towards the sidelines. Gonna be difficult to get to it. Rufus knocking out a player. Number 1 pushes it out of bounds and see where it ends up. Kind of a no man's land at the moment. It should be Mary's ball, really. Or number 7. Rufus tied up on the other side of the field. Mary comes in, does manage to push the ball away. Gets knocked down. Number 7 can't quite end up with it. Brangus manages to stay on top of him. Harry now with the ball. Lots of room in front of him to move to get some progress. Gonna get stopped. Ball is down on the Meesick side of the field. Rufus kind of doubling back to support. Mary coming in, trying to scoop it up. Can't get her hands on it. Finally manages to. And is gonna make a run for it. Gonna get stopped, but now in dangerous territory. Number 14 finally makes a play, grabbing the ball and moving it down the field. Going to be getting into enemy territory. Oh, just stopped shy. I say the Bulls got to be careful. There's no other defenders behind them. Brangus has it and has some support. It's going to be moving it back the other direction. Didn't get a block, so it's going to get stopped a little bit shorter. Ooh, and Brangus gets surfed. Ball goes out of bounds. Gets sent deep into Bulls territory. That's the exact wrong place for it to go for the Bulls. That's a free touchdown now. Yeah, nothing the Bulls can do about that. It's just really unlucky. And now have a tied ball game. Bulls getting some players back. A little over a minute to go. It's the Meeseeks on defense. Good deep kick to start the drive off. Anyone interested in getting the ball? Doesn't seem like it. Number 4 is just going to roll around and get a touchdown. Oh no. At least it's a bit closer to a minute and a half left in the game, so the Bulls do have an opportunity to strike back. They just froze up there. I don't know. Harry got paid off in some skulls. Maybe. Maybe. Managed to pick it up this time and moving up the ball, but Rufus is knocked out early in the drive. That could be all she wrote for the Bulls, unfortunately. Unless they regenerate. Number 4 has it. Larry getting pulled. Can't stop them. Mary able to stop them, though. Rufus did not regenerate. He is out for the drive. It is just everybody else on the team. "50 seconds left. Mary getting knocked out. Mary, the hero of a couple of drives ago, is the one with the ball. Can we get a repeat? Oh no, get slapped down. It's going to be number 1 picking it up. Holding it there at the goal line. And gets pushed into the end zone. It's a 2-point game for the Meeseeks. Bulls just ran out of steam. Got nothing left. Just whittling down the time now. Mary just falling back, I think, to protect. Larry manages to get a hold of the ball. 12 seconds left. And that's the end of our game. 2 really good ones back to back like that. Bulls are gonna fall, but the season isn't over yet. They've got at least one more game they need to get through to give them a chance. Let's take a look at those stats for the Bulls. Touchdown out of Rufus. 1 casualty, 3 knockouts. Touchdown out of Mary, who also got a knockout. She should have been the MVP, honestly, for the team. Instead, it goes to Cigarette Demon Fire, who was knocked out most of the time. Love to see it. Then we got the Meeseeks MVP and 2 touchdowns going to number 1. Might be worth the level up for him, depending on where he is at. A touchdown out of number 4. A touchdown out of number 14. Casualties each out of 7, 9, 11, and 12. Very good game for them. Like I mentioned before, we don't have any deaths, so that's all we really care about in terms of injuries this week. So, moving right along, We've got Pointy-Eared Bandits versus Wrath's Raiders. This, I think, will be a surprisingly good game. Pointy-Eared Bandits have just been very entertaining to watch. Pretty important for them since the Get Stomp is lost. Really, I think as long as they need a win here to stay in the #1 seat. If they don't win, Competitive the Wall has a good chance to win this week. Abby's Earlings is going to fight it out with the Knickknacks, but either of them, one of those are going to go up. So yeah, the Pointy-Eared Bandits need a win here to stay in first place. Or honestly, a tie would be good too. It's effectively the same as a win. Wrath's Raiders, Henry. There you go. Looks like the Raiders are bringing along some mercenaries today. And it'll be the Dark Elves taking this game off. Giga Chad with the ball moving up nice and easy, but immediately getting killed. That was instantaneous. We'll see if it stays because of regeneration. I kind of hope it does. Oh no, he regenerated. God, that was incredible though. He just ran into 3 Dark Elves and just instant died. Bob has somehow ended up with the ball and all of that chaos. It's Count Echo breaking through the line, gonna grab the ball and take it to the house to put a point on the board for the Bandits. Giga Chad ready to come back in after their near-death experience. The kick goes out of bounds, so they're going to give it right to Giga Chad. Give him a second opportunity with the ball. See, I think he's a bit more cautious now. He's holding things in the backfield. Hopefully the Tomb Guardians can kind of clear things out downrange, but he's getting some pressure. Oh, he's getting a lot of pressure, and he goes down. Gonna be sharp against Fangier now with the ball in scoring distance. And is gonna peel away nice and easy. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking at our first seed team for the tournament right here. And honestly, a contender to take it all. What is their opinion on cheese? I don't know. I'll have to ask the team manager for that one. Might have to go back and see how this game went because I don't remember between GG and the pointy-eared bandits. Pointy-eared bandits are just gonna make it 3 here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, good game did go out 5-0 against the Pointy Bandits, so they the Pointy-eared Bandits kind of had their number last time around. So maybe their opinion on cheese is not too terribly high. These Dark Elves are just taking these mummies apart. Oh, but one goes down to an injury. But it's going to be the Whisper Reaper 2.0 taking it to the house. Bandits are also the only ones to have sustained an injury thus far, so to be said for the Raiders. Ooh, a second injury on the field for them. Is that Bob? Was that Bob twice? Eureka 2.0 down with an injury. We have seen the Raiders come back from big points deficits. It's not impossible for them. It's just going to be very difficult. Bad manages to scoop up the ball. Ooh, Skelly downfield is injured. And it sticks. Chad is managing to hold on to the ball until literally just as I said that. And then he drops it. Elfbow 2.0 taking it in for a touchdown. Injuries piling up for the Bandits. Could it be the difference maker? As we now see the assassin Van Irish is on the field. Quintus Maximus and Sharpagus Fangir on the ball carrier. And that'll take us to halftime. Pitch invasion, though, kind of hits both teams somewhat equally. I'll let Bob almost get onto the ball here, but they managed to hand it off to Earwax Slinger. He's getting pushed back, trying to move around. Taking a really roundabout route, going deep for some reason. There, Toss going to scoop it up and score. A quick defensive touchdown for them. A weird route for her to take. Not moving forward, just kind of like moving back into their own territory and just ran out of movement. Give me that, yeah. It kicks it directly to the Witch Elves again. Can't end up with it. Sharpicus Finger finally gets it, but he's now having to deal with Skeleton. Trying to use their mobility, but they kind of keep taking themselves further back into their own territory. Now Sharpicus Finger is down. Broken neck. Brad and Chad are kind of fending off the elves from the ball in their own territory. Both down action there. Oh, once again able to scoop and score here. Chipping away at that lead. Looks like that might be Vanierish back there who was injured. It was. And it's quickly running out of players. This could be the difference maker here. It's going to be kind of incredible if the first, second, and third seeds come down to actual, like, point differential. Might be Law's touchdown again if he can pick it up. 5th time's the charm for touchdown number 3. Just stacking the skeleton with touchdowns today too. We might have a ball game, folks. Kicked it in there, yeah, basically. If at least you can't pick it up, then at least you're moving it in the correct decision. And Earwax Slinger just leaving her sister Witch Elf all alone to deal with a bunch of undead. Ooh. And once again, it's Law with the ball with no one to stop them. And they make it in. Oh, he gets stopped. At the 1. But he fights through. It's now within 1 point, folks. The Bandits have just fallen apart the second half. Constantly kept on the offensive. Ball goes out of bounds. They are going to be able to give it to whoever they want, but they give it to Silas Longear, weirdly enough. Who's just immediately beset upon, and there's no one behind her. So if the skeletons get the ball here, I'm not gonna lie, you guys. I was just about to just walk away and get like a drink of water, but we actually have a game now. He really is. He really is. But they actually have some defenders on him now, so it's going to make it difficult to get that time point. Lilith Longear going down, getting her eye gouged out. It's now Brad with the ball. He's hard to bring down, but there's a lot of strip ball on this team. A direct counter to bigger guys getting the ball. When he goes down. Raxinger 2.0 has ended up with it, but tries to get around, manages to get some space, and is making headway down the field, finally into enemy territory. Raxinger 2.0 with the Blodge combo. Finally getting taken down. 20 seconds left. Maybe just enough time for this mercenary to score, but they've still got a couple of L's to deal with. Pointus Maximus, the team captain. Whisper Reaper 2.0 coming in to help. Coming in to help. The hero getting stunned. 5 seconds left. Can the Dark Elves hold on? They just need the ball to hit the ground, and they have this win. And they get it. The first seed goes to the Pointy-Eared Bandits. We will not be seeing them next week. We'll be seeing them in the quarterfinals for the best of 3 game. Fell apart there towards the end, but managed to rally at the last second. Oh, wow, a 9-point game. That might be one of the higher scoring games we've had, too. You look at those stats for Raptors Raiders. Of course, we know we got Law with 3 touchdowns. A touchdown from Taw. The MVP going to Zimothy. For some reason, 4 casualties and 2 knockouts going to Bob. Finally getting the stats he deserves, frankly. 1 casualty going to Skelly. 1 going to Chad. A very solid showing for the Raiders. And then we got our winning team, the Pointy-Eared Bandits, our number 1 seed. Touchdown from Elfo 2.0, 1 for Sharpagus Fangir, 1 for the Whisper Reaper 2.0, and 2 for Count Echo. MVP going to Van Eerish, who got injured there towards the end, but did see some playing time. Casualty each out of Big Lows, Pointus Maximus, the Whisper Reaper 2.0, and Silas Longear, one of the Witch Elves, getting an injury. Excellent. Okay, I'm going to set up this next game, and then while it's loading, I'm going to run and grab some water. But our 4th game of the day is the Knickknacks versus Pappies and Erglings. Now, this one could determine 2nd seed. Both, yeah, whoever wins this will have a good shot at the 2nd seed place, although it does depend on De Petit Loire how well they do. But Pappies and Erglings is the best option for it. They have the biggest points differential in the league. So if they manage a win here, then they pretty much guarantee themselves that 2nd place spot, regardless of what else happens today. So some high stakes for both of these teams. Where do I have them in? The Knickknacks first. Chaos. and Nurgle. These are two very hard-hitting and difficult to keep down teams, so this is going to be a good one even without the stakes. So, good luck to both teams. I'm going to grab a drink of water while this is loading. But buckle in, folks. I was muted there for a second. Okay. We're back in here. Ron Gondam had the ball here. He might be the player with the most MVPs in the league. I think he's got like 4. So out of 13 games, he's been nominated MVP randomly in 4 of them. It's a very grinding fight here. Van Goddamn picks up the ball again, is immediately knocked down. Ramsey's coming over to take it instead. Getting shapes down. Beastagore versus Pestagore. Who is the better beastman? Oh, and Ramsey's managed to get away, so results inconclusive. Oh, it's Grog picking it up in the backfield. No one between him and the end zone. That's going to be a touchdown for the Knickknacks. Oh, it's Rambula down immediately. Grog is going to pick it up the ball again and take it to the house. Ramsey's the only one who can stop him, but takes a bad angle. It's 2 points for the Knickknacks. They want that bye week next week. Plenty of beastmen on the sidelines, ready to jump in should they need to. But I doubt we'll see many injuries on either side here. Both teams are very tough. Two and a half minutes to go in the first half. Happy's Nurglings need to change something. Gregory Stevens this time with the ball. Getting caught by Rambula before he can move forward. But he gets away. And he's gonna make it 3. Nurglings definitely don't want a blowout here this late in the season, but gotta step it up. One injury does stick. That's one of their better players, too, for the Nurglings. Ball is kicked out of bounds, so they're going to give it to Ramses. Receiving, shooting the gap there is going to get on top of the ball carrier immediately. Ball getting bounced around. It's going to be Son of Balrock who managed to pick it up. He's going to take it in for number 4. Ball is kicked immediately to Ramses right on the line, which unfortunately means that he's going to be running right into a whole bunch of Chaos Warriors. Ball's bouncing everywhere. The Nurglings can't seem to keep hold of it. Body's being pushed into the ball, knocking it around. Gregory Stevens once again has the ball. Some defenders to deal with this time, though. Lots of knickknacks down on this side of the field, so the Nurglings finally have the overwhelming numbers advantage, but they're just not pressing the attack. Knickknacks are getting back up and getting back into the fight. Nurglings still have the numbers advantage here. McVeigh is getting slapped down. Zim the 6th finally gets his hands on the ball and immediately is killed by Jerry. We'll see whether or not that sticks. That could be a tough loss going right into playoffs, because that one will carry over. Now it's the Nurglings on defense. This is typically where they thrive, so we'll see if they play. And Zim the 6th does stay dead. He will not be joining us in playoffs. Draggy Antler with the ball, making the wise decision to take it around the opposite side of the field, going around the defenders and making good progress. Zip the second now with the ball in scoring distance. Knickknacks double back can manage to knock the ball out of their hands. Oh, sorry, the field is flipped. It's the Knickknacks who are going to score here. Never mind. Knickknacks showing us that against this team, at least, they can play both defense and offense. Good deep kick to start this defensive drive off. Brooklyn's managing to hold so far, so they're actually going to start moving the ball up. Got some blockers. Ooh, but Grog manages to get by some defenders and is on top of the ball carrier. And Ramses gets punched down. The ball is on the ground. Grog is going for it. Gonna make it touchdown 2 or 3 for him alone today. He's just gonna keep stacking the points. What's their point differential at so far? They are pretty low on the points differential, so yeah, anything that they can get here is going to be really helpful for them, because the only other team who would be in the running is going to be Tempête if they win their game. Then we might have a... We'll have to look at tiebreakers at that point for second seed spot. Oh, a perfect kick right into the deep corner. With 2 minutes left and 6 points on the board to the Knickknacks, I think this is pretty much a foregone conclusion. It looks like it's going to be 7. Oh, maybe. Red Wings might save it here. Ooh, Jonathan getting served over there. Ball still on the ground. Skrill making a play for it. No, it's going to mark him the 4th. Somebody is dead there. It's another Nurgling. Hey, Aaron. Could regenerate out of it. Charles Blitzbit picking it up. The death sticks. 2 dead players. What a nightmarish game for the Nurglings right before playoffs. Thankfully, they have the money to replace people. Ooh. Charles Blitzbit gets the touchdown, but is still being attacked by the Rotter. This might be the worst game the Nurglings have ever had. Pitch invasion. Oh no. 50 seconds left on the clock. Still plenty of time for the Knickknacks to make it 8 if they want to. And that's our ball game. That's going to give the Knickknacks a 10-point differential. Make it hard for the Petit to tie them up. Crushing. That's the perfect word for it. That was brutal for the Nurglings. Especially taking 2 deaths on a team where you hardly ever see an injury. Tough. But entertaining. Taking a look at the Nurglings stats, we've got the MVP going to Jonathan. Got a successful reception out of Ramses, 1 casualty alone out of Lizard, bringing up to 16 and 16, I believe, on his casualties and knockouts for the day. Ramses with a knockout, Ramby Low with a knockout. Precious little else. And of course, they lose Aaron and Zim the Sixth going into playoffs. They'll probably want to buy a couple of extra waters and a Pestigore, maybe, just in case. No injuries whatsoever for the Knickknacks. 2 touchdowns for Charles Litzbit, 1 for Gregory Stevens, 3 for Grog, 1 for Son of Balrog, 1 for Graggy Antler. The MVP going to Thor Mulgar, one of their newer beastmen who just on the sidelines. I don't think he saw a single second of playtime here today. The kill, one of the kills going to Charles, the other kill going to Jerry. Very nice. Just a very solid game for the Knickknacks. And giving them probably the best possible chance at clinching that 2nd seed spot. So they're going straight to best of 3s. The only ones who can stop them are the Petit Loire, just depending on how their game goes. And now, this is a game I'm pretty excited about. We've got the Continental Crushers taking on the Midnight Maulers. Just playing for SVP here today for these 2 teams. But these are 2 very entertaining teams to watch. So, high expectations. Here we go. Time to Rex it up and soar high. I like it. Very clever. Let's get this game on the road. We got Draxac kicking the ball off, and it is raining. Short of the kick, so they're going to give it to Chainbreaker here. Midnight Maulers are down a couple of players this week. They had one of their thralls die in the previous game, and one player is out due to injury. But all of their vampires are accounted for, so... Oh, I say that Count Pastula is down with an injury. Apothecary was used, the regeneration didn't factor in there. Zora now with the ball on the Crusher side of the field. Crushers are dealing without Fate Maker this week, so they're missing a big piece of their team. Zora trying to move around. Count Blitzula catching up. Managing to take down the Saurus Warrior. And it's Bait Basher with the ball now. Getting into dangerous territory for the Crushers. But there's a whole host of Sauruses on top of them, and it's Jeff Jr. Giving us shades of his father. Can't pick up the ball, but Lenny finally gets it. Part of that's not entirely his fault with the rain. That does make it harder. Crushers did make it to enemy territory, but didn't get very far. It's T-Rex now down with an injury. And it's Chainbreaker down with an injury as well. First build characters. Yes, that's true. It's a very punchy game here. The ball is currently just forgotten. Jeff Jr. going one-on-one with Pete does not end well for him as he gets knocked out. Archosaurus duking it out with Count Blitzula. Manages to get a little bit of space, but Bleeder Bob's coming back for more. Irritator. Coming into support. Archosaurus at least getting the ball out of easy grasp of the vampires, putting it behind him. Sanguine Sanders going down, getting knocked out by Zora there. Neither team can end up with the ball. Rain making it very difficult. Saurus is so far holding up okay. And it's Irritator who manages to go for the ball and scoop it up. There's nobody but Pete to maybe stop them, and he's got a blocker. Irritator is going to put the first point on the board with 30 seconds left to go in the first half. Somehow a very eventful and yet non-eventful first half so far. We do have one injured vampire who will be out for the rest of the game here. How is your squad's better catching skills than the entire Crusher team? Listen, maybe you should just put them on the field. That's all I'm saying. In a quick first half. You returned my call. It's going to be Count Blitzula moving the ball up. Charlotte Tom is immediately knocked out by Jeff Jr. Irritator getting knocked out. Paying for scooping up the ball there. last half. It's gonna be old 2 by this time. Couldn't quite get away before Draxacula came in. But manages to get away now, and that's gonna be touchdown number 2. Keeping the Vampires on the back foot. Now Blitzia immediately getting served by Crow. Ball is thrown back into Vampire territory, and Zora could have had a scoop and score there. Zora's going to try for it. Crow ends up with it. The new Skink is going to get a touchdown into SPP. Showing up for his new team. You love to see it. He was worth it. Hefty signing. Oh yeah, he's paid for himself already. It'll be Pete making the attempt this time. Getting caught by Jeff Jr., but getting away. Now dealing with a bunch of skinks. Victorsaurus and Zora coming over as well, and knocking Pete down, injuring him. Will he stay injured? Zero 2.0 now with the ball. And 0 2.0 down. Oh, this might be the first touchdown for the Vampires. Tenderneck Tom has got the ball with no one around him. Going to try chipping away at this lead. First time since the beginning of the game, Lizardmen are back on the offensive. Goes down. Irritator going down to the injury. Morty Meatshield getting some space. Victorsaurus is getting blocked. Finally it manages to stop Morty Meatshield, but Sanguine Sanders is right there. And he gets a lucky push. Lizardmen are still up, but only by 1 point now. Oh, there's a death on the field too. I think that's a thrall. Yep, sure enough, there is a dead thrall. Tenderneck Tom is dead. Lizardmen have to be careful now. 1 minute and 40 seconds left in the game, but their lead has evaporated. Only up by 1 point. Wait. Tenderneck Tom. There's also Trawler Tom. Steve managing to pick up the ball on the first try at a very important time. He's got a block from Tequila. Jeff Jr. is blocking Sanguine Sanders. It's only Draxacula who can make a difference here, and he finally does stop him. but immediately gets knocked down. Is Steve the hero that the Lizardmen need? He is. Touchdown. With a minute or less remaining in the game, I think that will confirm their victory here. Weird things could happen. And it's a deep kick that goes a little too far, so they're going to give it to Draxacula. 1 minute left on the clock. And Draxac is just slowly getting bullied back into his own end zone. The rest of the field has gone quiet as they're just watching to see what happens with this fight here. Draxacula trying to get some space, but he is now trapped in his own end zone with the ball. It's out. Still having to contend with a lot of Lizardmen. And he goes down. That's going to be the game. Shocked we're playing so well without Fate Maker. Yeah, honestly, you guys played great without Fate Maker. And that is our game 5 right there. Taking a look at stats for the Maulers. We've got 1 touchdown out of Morty Meat Shield, 1 out of Tenderneck Tom, who then died, or was it Trawler Tom? Yeah, it was Tenderneck Tom who died. He got a casualty himself. MVP goes to the remaining Tom. And yeah, so 2 casualties out of Pete, 1 out of Bleeder Bob, 1 out of Tenderneck Tom. We're losing some SPP, unfortunately. Tom going out. Tenderneck Tom is down. For the Crushers. Touchdown at Old 2-Eye. Touchdown at a Steve, honestly. Probably should have the MVP right there. Save the game, honestly. Irritator with a touchdown. The MVP going to Ikora and touchdown out of Crow. The kill going to Jeff Jr. Jeff Jr. was the one who got that kill. Good for him. 1 casualty out of Lenny. Victor Soros with a casualty. 5 knockouts for Zora alone. Putting in some work there. It's a pretty good stat line. And there were plenty of injuries, but Killing Death was on the vampire, so nothing to worry about there. 2 more games to go, and then we can ring up our playoff bracket. We've got the Bone Malones taking on the Mythics. Bone Malones last week were down 2 of their best players who are now back. Mythics are down a couple of players, but nothing that's going to hold them back too much, I think. So this should be a fairly even heal match, I do believe. Go on. And we are going. We're still... No, the weather has cleared up. We're just still getting some rain effect for whatever reason. There we go. The rain is cleared up. With the Amazons on offensive burst, but having trouble... Mad Mullet is going to take it to the house. It's going to be the first point for Bone Malones. Got a rock throw. Too cool to ghoul, knocking him out. It's gonna be Herm going right up the middle, getting right on the ball carrier. And Herm taking out Tanya. Herm with the ball is gonna take it in for a touchdown. What's funny is Britannia should actually be dead. So somehow that didn't get saved. But it's fine because she like immediately got injured, so... And the Mythics are doing the thing where they're just holding onto the ball, so... Looks like it might not be a pretty game for them today. Brain Blasted getting surfed. Ball is out of bounds. It's actually probably the best possible thing to happen for the Amazons. Get it out of that really dangerous spot. Oba now with it. They'll be trying to move the ball up, but their line has just crumbled. It's going to be Sir Beats. Phoebe managed to catch him, and Costa coming over to help. Oh, and Sir Beats getting knocked out by Aurora there. Rhea somehow manages to end up with it and all of that chaos. Keeps getting caught. Needs some support against the Flesh Golem here. That's going to be best boy. It's going to take it in for a touchdown. And I thought this might be a more even match, but Bone Malones are killing it right now. A big mosh pit here. Finally getting a little bit of space, but not in the direction she wants. Oh, Rhea is down with an injury. Oha finally getting knocked down, and it's too cool to Ghoul who's going to try and take it. And too cool to Ghoul gets away from two defenders for a touchdown. Just walks away. Aura hitting his face is finally going to get it into enemy territory and some extra yards on top of that. Making an effort, but just having no support. Will take us into halftime. All right. Let's see if these girls can turn it around the second half here. It'll be Best Boy who picks up the ball. But Inkasa and Cleo are jumping on top of him here. Slowly pushing Best Boy back into his own end zone. Oh no, but it's Cleo who ends up with an injury on a both down result. When Costa tried to get around to scoop it up, but Oba may have messed it up for her by walking into it. Somehow Best Boy ended up with it and all of that chaos and somehow managed to get out of there. He's making forward progress, the run of his life down the sidelines. It's only Isis in front of him. Go puts himself against the sideline, though. This could be bad for Best Boy, who gets killed. Getting surfed. See if he regenerates. That could be a devastating loss. Oh, he's only level 2 after all this time. Okay. That's gonna stick as the crowd beats Best Boy to death. No! But Encosta somehow ends up with the ball on the opposite end of the field. It's gonna take it in for their first touchdown. What a wild turn of events there. So still have a lot of ground to make up, and now that they're one werewolf down, the Bone Malones do have a little bit of trouble, and Encosta just strip ball. It's going to take it in for touchdown number 2. We might actually have a ball game here, folks. Ball's out of bounds, so they're going to give it to Sir Beats. Neither team can end up with it as it gets bounced around, but Aurora is going to try and scoop it up, and she does. Brain Blasted gets knocked down, so she's got an open field. It is now a 1-point game. Over a minute and a half left to go. Gonna give it once again to Sir Beats. He's waiting this time, giving his defenders a chance to make something happen. Minute and a half that roundabout left. Oa getting in and attacking Sir Beats, and Costa coming in to help. The 2 of them could be definitely enough. Aurora now coming in, just bullying Sir Beats once again back into the end zone. They need to knock him down, though. Not push him around. He gets knocked down in the end zone. Aurora scoops it up. It is a tie ball game. Little over a minute left to go. Do the Amazons have one more in them to take the lead? This is a great game. This is a great comeback for the Amazons. It isn't going to change anything as far as their standings. They're going to go into the single elimination tournament either way, but going in with a win instead of a loss, I think, would be really nice. Oh, Phoebe going down, getting injured. But it's these three once again, Oba, Aurora, and Encosta. And Oba has got it. It's gonna make it 5. We've had 2 9-point games this week alone. And if they do the same thing again, it could be a 10-point game. Injuries are stacking up for the Amazons, but only 40 seconds left to go. They just need to stall here, but obviously if they can put another point on the board, that's kind of the nail in the coffin. Nail in the coffin. It's an undead team. Anyway. Both teams are fighting for it. Tuchel the goal has it in hand with 20 seconds left to go. Ditta's best friend getting surfed. Mad Mullet just trying to be around the ball, but he gets away and Costa scoops it up and it's gonna make it 6. We have a 10-point game. Mythics coming back from being down by 4, going into the second half. 6 unanswered touchdowns. It is now in overtime. All the girls have to do is knock the ball out of their hands. Even if they let them score, it doesn't matter. They're going to take this win. And the Mythics add insult to injury, I suppose, or injury to injury. Injuring Sir Beats right there at the very end. I wasn't expecting much out of this game. This ended up being really good. Taking a look at stats for the Bone Malones. And Sir Beats getting the MVP nod. A touchdown for Best Boy. Rest in peace, Best Boy. 1 injury for or 1 touchdown rather for A touchdown for Mad Mullet. A touchdown for Too Cool to Ghoul. We got 2 casualties out of Best Boy before he died. 2 out of Herm. Some knockouts. Man. Great stat line for Best Boy today. Only to die. And Mythics, what a comeback. MVP going to Pelican. She did get a casualty, but I didn't really see her involved in too much. 2 touchdowns out of Aurora, 1 out of Oba, 3 out of Encosta. Here's your MVP right here, folks. So honestly, like Oba, Encosta, and I forget what the third one was, but there was 3 of them that were just constantly in the backfield, constantly taking in the ball carrier, giving one of them a chance to score. And maybe Aurora, Oba, and Encosta. Casualties. Who got the kill? Oh, they weren't credited with the kill because the crowd killed them. They got surfed, and the crowd was the one who killed them. That makes sense. Bone Malone's rest in peace, Best Boy. You will be missed. And with that, we have our final game of our regular season. This is the 9-inch males. Our poor, beleaguered Chaos Dwarf team. Against Petit Loire, one of our teams who was dominant right at the beginning, then kind of fell off a little bit, has kind of since been holding towards the top, and now they have a chance to take that second seed spot. What they need is a win, and they need to get, let's see, they need a way to boost themselves to having 7-point differential. They can do that. That will give Petit Loire the second seed spot and bump the Knickknacks down to third. Is and here we go. It is a possibility. Yeah, unfortunately, the Chaos Dwarves have had a real rough time. Going down by 7 or more points is not out of the question for them. And it will be Petit Loire on defense first. One Chaos Dwarf blocker already going down. Macho Man already going down. Damn, the receptionist is dead. Oh no. The Momiyakuso has picked up the ball. Yeah, it's Dink Duran, right? That has the bounty on him. Momiyakuso gets away. That's the first touchdown for Petit Loire. Gonna be the Undertaker picking up the ball. Will they move it up? And they hold on to it. May does get knocked down by Ric Flair. It's Ferocious Fabio now with the ball. Oh, he got a block from Macho Man. Ferocious Fabio moving the ball up the field. Gonna get stopped by Dan Petro. Congo is dead. Killed by Dink Duran. Voluptuous Vlad has it. He gets through the gap. There's no one to stop him. It's going to be a touchdown for 9-inch males. Look at those stumpy legs go. 9-inch males definitely know how to find the gap and drive it home. I don't get to make these jokes because they don't score. The rain has cleared up. That's going to be good for both teams. Undulating Uther, Luscious Lorenzo, and Dank Duran going to be on top of Arasa. Ilome coming back to help. And decides against it, weirdly enough. Oh no. Dank Duran has scooped it up. 9-inch males take the lead. They are hard and ready for a second round already. It's sad because they're good jokes. Too bad the time to get them in is tiny. Yeah. Honestly, if the 9-inch males can go over Dependent Law here, that would be a huge morale boost, you would think, for them. Dependent Law is one of the most solid teams in the league. Macho Man coming up in enemy territory. This is rare air we're seeing here. And he's just pushing Gid back into their end zone. And Macho Man has the ball in his hands. Can he hold on to it? He's got a lot of opposition. One skeleton going down to an injury. Filame is down. Dank Duran fighting it out with him. Oh, Macho Man does get knocked down. G'day now with the ball. He's going to be getting a lot of room to run. And that's going to take us to halftime with 9-inch males in the lead. Now the question is can they get it in for 3 or are they just too pump chumps? Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to give it to Agwe. Interesting choice. Going to be pretty close to the line here. Getting through their performance anxiety. Can the meds hold out for the long time or for the fun? Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Give these guys some blue chew. We got another injury. Oh, he's regenerated out of it though. Macho Man getting involved. We take Duran going for the ball. He manages to pick it up. He's moving forward. He's +1 strength and +1 agility on the season. Voluptuous Vlad getting knocked out. Pink Duran going down. Ball is out of bounds. See where it ends up. Even undead territory. Oh, and Jim the salesman. Trying to be a hero. He's got it. Touchdown number 3 for the 9-inch males. They make it to round 3. Can they keep it up for round 4? Or can they slow it down and just try to run out the clock? 2.5 minutes left to go. Birds are falling all over the place. Rasa getting some yards in, but Dank Duran and Ric Flair are both on top of him. The most aggressive I've seen the Bull Centaurs play as well. Aaron the intern with the ball, no one behind him. It's touchdown number 4. Where was this team all season? I'm literally sitting here asking myself the same question. This is how. That's why it's the Chaos Horse should be playing. They are just ruthless, pushing up the field. Jake Duran does get surfed. Oh no. Ric Flair. Oh, can't get a hold of it. Could have been the scoop and score of the year for this team. Ric Flair. Ric Flair. Ric Flair. There's no one around you. You had all the time in the world. He finally gets it. Touchdown, Ric Flair. I'm fairly certain that's his first touchdown of the whole season. And that should be who you want running the ball for your Chaos Dwarfs. Yeah, that is his first touchdown. Incredible. There's a death on the field for Independent Law as well. They're actually doing damage and scoring. Ball's out of bounds. They're going to give it to Agwe. Gonna get his forward progress halted by Ferocious Fabio. Now have a whole line of Chaos Dwarves to deal with. See who gets it here. 30 seconds left to go in the game. Macho Man punching things out left and right. Luscious Lorenzo now with the ball. Is just gonna go for it. Can he make it? He does. Touchdown. Luscious Lorenzo. Well, okay. It's safe to say that Petit Loa will not be clinching the second seed. 9-inch Males has showed up and is playing out of their goddamn minds today. I never thought I would see it. 9-inch Males win by 5 whole points. And Priya isn't here to see her team do it. What a shame. Gotta be something in the water. Yeah, I don't know. They definitely took something. All I gotta say is, if it lasts longer than 4 hours, they should consult their doctors. What an ending to the season. All right, well, let's take a look at those stats for Dempeti Loa. The touchdown out of Agaso. MVP going to Gede. Agaso did get that kill on Pam the receptionist. Wow, at the beginning it actually looked pretty dire. We're not inch males, but they really turned it around. Agaso with another casualty as well on top of that. And not a whole lot else. Filame got one, but yeah, a very getting shafted by the 9-inch males this game. Now they did lose Congo, one of their skeletons. That's one of their better players too. Only level 2 though, weirdly. Could replace them with Pan the receptionist if they so desired going into the playoffs. Stats for 9-inch males though. 2 casualties for Macho Man, him getting some extra playing time here. Touchdown out of Ric Flair. Touchdown for Voluptuous Vlad. 1 for Dank Duran. 1 for Luscious Lorenzo. 1 for Aaron the Intern. 1 for Jim the Salesman, who also got the MVP. 2 casualties for Macho Man. 1 for Voluptuous Vlad. 1 kill for Dank Duran. Dank Duran racking up his second kill for the year, I believe. Actual kill numbers have been pretty low. Okay. Of course, they will be losing Pam the receptionist. but they come away with a much needed win. Okay. Well, with that, give me a few minutes. I'm just going to set the stream to be right back. Let the music play out. I'm going to get all the rankings in and generate the tournament bracket, and we'll be right back to take a look at that together. So, bear with me, folks. We'll be back momentarily. All right, everybody. We have our updated rankings and we have our tournament bracket. So, let's first start by taking a look at the rankings all together. Let's do end of season. Well, that's not good. We'll just make it empty for now. All right. So, at our very top with a final oh god. What's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, Pointy Eared Bandits with a final record of 8-2-3, scoring a total of 38 points across all 13 games, only giving up 33 points for a 5-point difference. They ended up with 26 points for the league, putting them very safely in first place, so they will take the first place seed. The Knickknacks, after their win today, jumped all the way up from 5th place to that second seed with a record of 8-0-5, 37 points across all games. That big point swing today, giving them a 10 points difference, only giving up 27, ending up 24 league points. Gouda Game jumping up to 3rd place with a record of 7-2-4, 43 points, 42 points against. So only edging out that 1 point, but coming with 23 league points. The Get Stompas at 7-1-5 for the season. 7-point difference, only giving up 31 of their 38 points. Happy Zerglings right behind them, 7-0-6, 38-29 for a 9-point difference. The Betty Loire, 7-0-5. That's not right. They lost their game. There we go. Doesn't change anything. It's just I was reading that. It's like that's not 13. Scoring 37 points and then giving up 33. The Midnight Maulers 6-2-5, scoring 42 points. So actually having one of the higher scores, only giving up 34, but losing some games and getting some ties here and there. The Continental Crushers 5-3-5 on the year, getting a total of 33 points and giving up 29. The Mythics going 6-0-7. So getting beat out because 3 ties is effectively a win in terms of points. So that's how they got bumped up there. And the Continental Crushers have a slightly better points differential, which is what gives them this ranking. Ratha's Raiders going 6-0-7, scoring 34 but giving up 47. Now we've kind of flipped over where we're giving up more points. The Bulls 5-0-8. Had a tough season. 36 points on the board, edging it out by 1 for the points differential. The Meeseeks 5-0-8, 34-35 for -1. The Bone Malones going 5-0-8, 31 points. 31 points gained, 34 points lost for -3. And finally, 9 Inch Males getting that 4th win on the season, at least a bit of a morale boost for them, going 4-0-9, 23 points scored for the entire season and giving up 41. Had an incredibly tough season. But that win shows us, especially against a much higher ranked opponent, shows that it's not over for 9 Inch Males. If they play like that, they can still get some wins and maybe even take it all. So with that said, we take a look at our tournament bracket here. First and second seed, Pointy-Eared Bandits and the Knickknacks getting a bye week, so we will not be seeing them in our games next week. And when we do get to their game, that will be a best of 3. So this first round here, single elimination, will be starting next week with the Mythics versus the Continental Crushers. Then we'll see Pappy's Nurglings against the Meeseeks, both Nurgle teams playing each other right at the beginning. So knocking one of them out. The Bone Malones will be taking on the Grin Gidstompas. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Good a game. Gonna be taking on 9-inch males. If you're good at game, I would be a little afraid that you run into the game we saw. We run into the team we saw today. The Bulls are going to take on Deputy Loire. That should be a pretty good matchup. It's going to be a tough game. Midnight Maulers will be taking on Ratha's Raiders. And then the winner of that will be taking on the Knickknacks. Winner of Mythics and Continental Crushers will be taking on the Pointy-Eared Bandits. But single elimination this first column here. Then best of 3. Best of 5. And finally, best of 7 to determine our champions. So, that is our playoff bracket. Those playoffs will start next week. All teams will be going in fully healed up. I will be getting the stats out for the last rounds of level ups. Because after this week, we won't be worrying about level ups. And good luck to everybody going into playoffs. And here soon we will have our champion. But thanks everyone for watching. I hope everyone is as excited for playoffs as I am. I hope you had a good time. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you here next week for single elimination playoffs. Everybody have a good week.